While sleeping on a train in Pennsylvania, a man had his bag snatched by a couple trying to steal his laptop, and although the couple tried to run out right before the train doors closed in an attempt to get away, the man caught up to them and began to fight for his belongings. While the two men were fighting, the female suspect tased the victim and then pushed the shocked man onto the train tracks, where he fell onto the electrified third rail. The third rail could have up to 700 volts of electricity running through it and could have rendered the man incapable of moving on the tracks, which would have put him in big trouble when the next train arrived. Luckily, the man was only severely injured and managed to survive. While preparing to enter his home with his wife and children inside in Fayetteville, North Carolina, a man was ambushed by 4 masked gunmen who forced him to open his door and let them in. Once inside, the 4 men ransacked the house, stealing almost everything of value, and before leaving, they reportedly shot the man, who was not severely injured, and tried destroying the cameras.
Open the door. Babe, don't open the door, babe. Tell her. Hurry up. Babe, tell her open the door. We're gonna kill you. Come up, bro. Listen, I go get hey. Open the door. Tell her, don't blow you. Listen. Tell her not. Listen, you got it. Tell her chill now. Listen. Listen, y'all got to go. Open the door, hurry up. Open, listen. Babe, I'm going, listen. Open the door. Listen. Listen. Tell her open it.
In Seattle, Washington, a robbery suspect named Raymond Alevito started a high-speed chase with police after carjacking someone and taking off. But after leading police on for over 10 minutes, Alevito was cornered, and it didn't end well for him.
140th, that's 6. He's coming to a stop. Continue around. Moving south to the stop sign. North, east on 7. 40th and 7.
Black man, ready?
North and one way. North one way on campus. Alright, we're going the wrong way northbound. Wrong way northbound.
On Roosevelt, in John 85, we can call it again. Approaching just past 42nd now, approaching 45th, northbound on Roosevelt.
After the collision and after multiple shots were fired into the car, Raymond was in critical condition but passed away later on. This surveillance video outside a home in Texas captured the moment when a group of heavily armed men forced entry into a house where a woman and her children are home alone. Once inside the house, the gunmen stole credit cards, phones, and even reportedly stole the woman's underwear after assaulting her. And although the police believe this to be a targeted heist, they still have not been able to locate the perpetrators. In Washington state, a man entered a 7-Eleven convenience store around 3 a.m. and hopped over the counter and fatally shot a 64-year-old store clerk that was in the back room. The robber then proceeded to rob the store and fled the scene. And it wasn't until 2 hours later that the police were alerted when a customer walked in and saw the man on the floor. And although he was caught on camera, the killer still hasn't been found.